Hello, everybody, and welcome to some early afternoon, early morning here for North American for some pretty amazing Counter-Strike coming up here for the first official match for playoffs, Keith, between Kova and Espada. It's going to be a very interesting match. Let me go through the maps here. First of all, before we comment, it is Dust 2 as the first map. That is Espada's map pick. Nuke as the second map. That is Kova's map pick. And then we're going into Overpass as the decider map. Keith, what are your first few initial thoughts here?
Okay, first initial thoughts. I think I can say this with confidence that Espada won the veto, and the fact that Dust 2 is a really strong map for them. Overpass, as we've seen, is a comfort map for them. I think Kova dodged a bullet by getting rid of an Inferno Mirage. Those are two maps you really don't want to play Espada on. But I think you can't avoid Dust 2 when it comes to Espada, especially if you're a team. And like most teams play Dust 2. I don't think anyone really specifically bans Dust 2.
Yeah.
So having to play a spot on that can be very scary. I think Nuke is a good shout from Kova, but at the same time, it's not a map where you can go Espada are not the best on because let's be honest, Espada have a pretty big map pool, and these guys play a lot of CS. You can just see in the last 3 months how like almost every map has like teen digits. Like these guys play a lot of CS.
Yeah, they play a ton of CS.
So
actually.
yeah,
but I think the knife round's already underway, so we can just go ahead and skip to the end game while we continue our thoughts here briefly. I think the big thing for me as well is I'm just looking at, just objectively, very shallowly looking at the HLTV stats here. But I see that Kova has played a Nuke 9 times in the last 3 months, and they have a 67% win rate on that map, which isn't bad at all.
okay.
But on the other hand, Espada has played Dust 2 19 times.
19 times.
That, I mean, they don't have, mind you, they don't have the best win rate on this, okay, 53%, but you have this map played 19 times compared to Kova's 4 times. I mean, win rate or not, you're very experienced on this map. And look out for Dexter. I think he's going to be the one popping off on this map. But as of right now, it is Espada on the T side. Rainbow nades here for Finnegan. Rainbow nades here for Sophic. And they're looking for this B hit.
And they're going to creep, and they're going to crawl. It is all on Pytola. See if he's going to be able to hold this drift. He's ready. A couple shots ringing out as Pytola does get one through the smoke. The nade connects, and Pytola's going to keep on going. He'll get 4, Roy. I thought those flashes would have been prime, but Twixie's flash over the top was actually on point. The Espada boys try to pressure the smoke and push the smoke, and not to be.
He changed the I into his name to an S, and you got Pistola, the pistol player. So not too far, not too far away. But wow, that is incredible. That's an insane hold. It's always kind of scary to be that lone defender there, but man, nuts. Here we go. Early pause coming out. I imagine this is technical. There's no way they're discussing tactics this early on, Keith.
Well, Twixie hit him with a question mark. Dima said, don't know. So I'm assuming it is a tech issue because someone on Espada can't tell his teammates what the issue is. So I'll probably get resolved quickly.
Yeah,
and do you remember the days, Roy? Do you remember the days when this economy change first came out? And I'm just having flashbacks of this now. I don't think I've ever mentioned it. Where you'd see players get head armor and just a USP on the CT side if you won. Because everyone, like, no matter what, second round T side, no one would buy, especially like with the money the way it is now. Like, no one would buy, like, right when this economy change first happened. So people would be able to just buy head armor USP. Now everyone forces. I miss those days.
Yeah, I do as well. I think this game has gone through many iterations, and some iterations have been better than other iterations. I think the economy is pretty good where it's at right now. I think there are still some minor changes that could be made to improve it overall, but I do think that the economy is okay right now compared to the definitive double ecos that were happening before. It just seemed kind of stale back then, to be honest. It's like, oh, we won a gun round and we lost again. Now we're double eco again, and next thing you know, you've lost 6 rounds and only had 1 gun round. So, yeah, I think it's improved since then for sure. But also, speaking of really random timeouts, one time I was in a match and the enemy team just paused right out of nowhere. They said, "Dude, I don't know what's happening." No one knew it was why we were paused. And then 5 minutes go by. Guy comes back, says, "Guys, I'm so sorry. I had to chase my dog down the street." Sometimes the dog just runs out of the house and you gotta go get him, you know?
Jeez. That part, well, only one part of your story reminds me of another story where this guy posted on the forums, and it had a Twitch clip of him having, like, they're mid-match. The guy goes AFK mid-match on, like, pissed around or something on the second half. They're like, for, like, story's sake, I'll just say his name's Tony. Like, yo, where's Tony? They come back, like, they pause. They hear Tony screaming in the background. Like, what's going on? Tony comes back over to his computer. Guys, I gotta go. I gotta go. A car just hit my house. Like, mid CS match. You see this clip?
No, I don't think I have.
It was unreal. A car, like, smashed into his house and, like, pushed into, like, his front door into his, like, living room. He's like, yeah, I gotta go, guys. Like, a car just smashed into my house. So the other team was like, yeah, you guys can get a sub. We'll wait. Like, that's kind of crazy. So that's probably one of the most, like, absurd things I've ever heard when it comes to, like, needing to pause.
Jesus. Okay. I think that one tops the charts for now.
I'm trying to think of other pause stories. I don't really have any good ones. I mean, the typical one is, like, the halfway point P at LAN, but it's not, like, big LANs. They're small LANs, like 15K ones, and there's typically no pauses at halftime. But we make exceptions. Those are classics.
One second. Apparently there's some people complaining in the chat about our microphones.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if it's mine, if it's yours. I haven't touched anything. Maybe I'm loud. Maybe I'm quiet. I'm not sure.
Huh.
And I would listen to it myself, but there's, like, zero delay. So I would just not... By the time I stopped talking and unmuted the stream, I wouldn't be able to hear. Okay, I am very loud on stream. I just listened.
Are you very loud? You're not even that loud in my ear. I don't know how you could be loud.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm very loud on stream. Yeah, apparently.
No, we're gonna need some volume and stuff. I think she's doing her own checks here.
I'm a big guy with a big mouth and a big voice. So
True. I think it compensates for a small brain.
Maybe. Ugh, we're just kind of waiting for this to happen.
So it's not distorted microphones. It is just loud microphones.
I think I'm just loud, and then when I got hype, for example, pistol round, I probably peaked out and got distorted. Maybe.
All right, we're gonna cut to a short music break. I think Sabros is gonna take over here for the music for us. We'll be back in probably a minute or so while we adjust these volumes on our end. Welcome back, everybody. We are back. Sorry for the delay. We are having some technical problems, it seems, but all that's behind us now as the game is alive. And Kova remains 1-0. Nothing has changed. Espada, they're not liking their odds here with the Glocks and no armor and light utility. So they're going to go for the Deagle buys. The Deagle Brigades, as you call it, Keithster.
Yeah, my coin phrase that you have permission to use explicitly. It's, we'll see if it comes to light. A Deagle round. I haven't seen a full Deagle round win in a minute, so perhaps now's the time. Their Caps gets flashed in only for the one. And Yuli is immediately backtracking to the site. He has Twixie towards long to help him at a moment's notice. Peku gonna start to poke and prod in towards mid. Sophic must be careful, as his team is gonna attempt an execute here. Dima with the dirty Deeg on a Yuli. Twixie last man to hold this off. They're gonna be crossing elbow as he's on long. Can he cut a couple of them down? Doesn't seem so. And here comes the Deagle of Dexter, and he's going to find his head. What a confident swing and peek as he gets another one out of nowhere. At least Paitola alone beat 3. The bomb is down. He'll line up the first. He knows Finnegan's still on site. This is getting so weird. As Softfic's last man standing, he was going to go long. Instead, he comes back to Cat. There is a kit in play. A couple flashes for Softfic. Paitola not full blind, and a clutch from Paitola. He needed to get 3, and he does just that.
Wow. Okay, so many things to take. My brain. Okay, so Dexter gets us 2 amazing kills. I thought for sure he had solidified the deal, right? look at their HP. I was like, ooh, maybe not so secured after all. I mean, you have a full healthy Paitola M4 armor against a person that's one hit. Actually, two people that were pretty much one hit, and a guy behind the box that had, what, I think it was Finnegan. He had like 30 HP or 38 HP. Like, that's not a winning scenario for Espada. That was a ton of damage, and the bomb plant pretty much guarantees him Galils and rifles here against the MP9s and limited utility of the M4s. But look at Kova Key. They're coming gun swinging here. They're coming for the full-blown aggression. They already have Uli all the way up mid, but he's rethinking it. He's falling back instead of committing forward. Now there's 4 men here for Espada on the long flank. I think had he continued to press forward, none of the Espada players would have expected him to be behind them. But he falls back. He gives them space. He gives them respect. And now Espada are looking for the long A attack.
Smokes on the cross. Flash over from Uli. Who's going to swing in? He's not going to be able to spot much. All the while, Dima's coming in from lower. He's on 5 HP, and he's caught your caps. Can Sophic enter in the site? Of course he can. They may lose their lurker, Espada, but they get the site. They have car control. Dexter will make Paitola pay. That may just be round. That may just be seen. Looking likely. They'll get the M4s. They'll try to back out with them. Espada brute force long. Leave Dima to do what Dima does best. And they'll pick up the round. And I love a little interesting fact is Yuli's juggling 2 M4s because he doesn't want to allow Espada to get one of them. I like it. Sometimes overlooked.
Yeah, would you rather have an M4 or a Galil on offense?
Honestly, I'd rather have the Galil die with it so I can buy an AK and not feel pressured to keep my M4 if I lived. But I think the M4 is significantly better than the Galil. So yeah, I'd probably take the M4.
Okay, fair enough. No, Kova's in a pretty awkward spot, like a first date with Keister. Not really sure what they're going to do.
Definitely awkward, yeah.
They have 2 M4s. They are going to go for the force buy around it. They're going to go for the Deagles, not quite the armor, not quite the Deagle Brigade. Keith, I think if I ever made an esports band... Ooh, hold that thought for a second. Dima, nice shots.
Ooh,
all right,
he's gonna
Dima.
keep it going. Yeah, it might just be against USPs, but it's promising for Dima.
No, that was
who is typically. Oh, those are the M4s, right?
Yeah,
good call.
He just mopped them.
Mopped up those M4s, made it look easier, right? Damn, I stand corrected, dude. That's so promising for Dima. A guy on Espada who is just so nuts. And to kind of tie it into your question, Roy, I am curious. You said that if you were to make a rock band.
No, if I was to make an esports band,
okay,
I would call it either the Dirty Deags or the Deagle Brigade.
The Deagle Brigade or Dirty
But I'd have to
Deags.
pay
Those
you
both
royalties for
sound
the
so
second one. But the Dirty Deags, that sounds like a really cool esports band.
Yeah. And you'd have to have, like, AC/DC come on and do a song with you. Like, yeah, that'd be that crossover esports would need. As this round is just going to be a formality, Roy. Just a bit of a cleanup. No one-hit wonders to be made here by Kova. It is going to be Espada quickly coming back with 3 in a row. The buy will come in from Kova. It may be opless. It could be standing corrected here, but I'm pretty sure it'll be M4s across the board for utility. No, Peku's gonna do it. What?
I mean, I can't even blame him, right? Like, the op on this map is so bread and butter. It's the recipe for success here for sure. Look how awkward this is right now. Patsy's gone out here. The flashbangs are just waving in from both sides, but Twixy, he's not wasting a single second. He'll clear him out instantly. That's a lot of space gained. That's a man advantage found. And now Espada are making the immediate mid-round decision here. They're recollecting themselves. They're regrouping towards the B site. And they know that if they go within the next few seconds, they'll have only a single defender here. Paitola, perfectly timed smoke. Now they have to decide, are we waiting this out, letting them reset their numbers, reinforce the D site, or do we just scrim through this smoke right here and hope for the best?
Ooh, the nade just off the mark. Peku is back here, Roy. Up in hand. Does he take a shot through the smoke? He'll wait. Dima's gonna have a molly sent his way. The first is gone. Can Peku get another before he burns? Yes! He'll get his 2. He's done his job. The player at car will be fighting with his back to the wall. Here comes Dexter flying through the sky, but the reverse door will be his downfall. Kova 3 alive. Do they get the op? They don't. So they lose the op, which is kind of huge considering Espada can buy here. That may have an impact on how this round plays out.
I think it definitely will. Not only are they working without the op, but actually, no, I was going to say they might be unlimited utility, but now they have a ton of utility now. That's not a big deal. They have 3 kits there as well. But Espada, I think the terrifying aspect is that they still have a lot of money to work with. They're not limited. They're not really worried about their reset here. Nice early nade. That's certainly going to even up the odds, but Dima's looking for the one shot. Dima tapping away. Now he's all the way up here. The doors are open. It's a little awkward, but he finds a rotator instead. Paitola's isolated, and it's the 2 versus 2 on the B site. The 2-for-1 deal here for Espada. And that's now the B site. Open for business, Keith, even during COVID.
That's so wild to me that Dima has the confidence to walk in, not only walk into the site with the new reverse doors, find a 1v1 and win it against the doors player while there's someone back site, but also have the audacity to look away from a flash mid-fight and then confirm his kill. Like, I can't believe they just brute force B site with 2 people. That is such a brazen act from Espada. Like, it's so crazy, but it works. Like, that's just the Dima soft pick. Those 2 guys just made a play out of nothing, because I'm pretty sure Espada were just defaulting. Like, they weren't even like ready to come B, but you kind of have to after that.
Ooh. That's idiot bell ring. I think it's gonna be a laissez-faire. Couple guns saved here for Kova. Certainly not gonna get them the best of purchasing in the next round. They can get full utility on the remaining rifles. Durkap's gonna drop one over here to either Peku or Paitola. Wonder if they'll be going for this, or are they just gonna save up and just have the full buy next round? That would be ideal. Now they're gonna go for it. There it is. Okay, so if they do go this route, they'll have some money. They'll have about 6,000 on Durkap, so that will be the op if they want it in the next gun round. Probably better than what they would have had in this round. So I can't blame them for deciding to save. Here it is, like the double man again. This 2-man play from Espada, it seems to be working wonders for them right now. I have 2 players setting up utility, 2 players are going in. That's going extremely well. And that's one of the rifles that just got found as well. You can see Kova's already going for the save here. They're not even skipping a single beat.
Cannot blame them, really. Pushing through B. I wonder if they push through B and get to Cat in like a reasonable amount of time, if they're gonna be able to form some sort of defense here. But it seems like Yuli's already kind of tapping out, and Durkeps is backed off a Cat. So yeah, gonna carry over the 2 M4s because mental math. Durkeps will be able to drop an M4 and or keep his and buy the op. Now, if they could have found Dima, would have been a gun, perhaps a chance to go for something, but no. Espada are really taking their time in this, which is very not Espada-like. But they understand that Kova don't have much into this round, so they're just going to be very cautious. So it's good to see from Espada.
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Durkap's needs his gun for the... It's not going to break their buy, but it'll break their utility. That gun saved here might go a long way. Maybe not game-changing, but definitely round-changing. Oh, they're even going for the team play on this, too. Uh-oh, Durkap's just here and stomping. He held on to it. You've DM'd this angle many times, Durkap. Here it is. That's the first. Oh, immediate destruction. Finnegan, he's DM'd. He's done his fair share of DM on that angle as well. The headshot pivot. And... now they claim the 5-3, Keith. A pretty comfortable lead. The economy booming right now for the Espada side. And Kova, of course, they are back on the buy. Durkeps picks up the op, the armor. And there it is. Now the op is in the hands of the person who should have been opping to begin with. Not to say that Peku's not an opper, but Durkap certainly is the main opper of the squad. Dexter holding the side of the smoke, eliminates Twixie. That's an early man advantage once again for Espada. Keith, I can't help but feel like Espada is like a spoiled child right now. Like, they're getting what they want wherever they want it.
That's so true. From Dima walking into B like a child like sneaking into the kitchen at night, right, and getting a snack. to getting the opening pick at long. These guys have been all over the place, getting the control they want, getting the first fights in their favor. It's kind of crazy how they're winning all these trades and opening fights, like just like that. They overwhelm Yuli. Dima, speak of him, and he'll get a kill towards B. He's found the solo B player, and they're not even going to force long. They're just going to come back to Dima because they know, even though the doors might be reversed, they're up 4v2. B-side is still a pain to retake, let's be honest. And they're just going to run it back. Sonfik may even do a mid to B with the boys. No, he's going to leave Finnegan to do his own thing. That's already round. That's seen. And from the first pick to the second trade, Espada were in control the whole time.
This is actually mind-blowing to think about this analytically. Like, they're going for the B pick and the long A pick at the same time. Like, these are the two extremities. And generally speaking, like, rotates on this map are the longest probably out of any map. Like, it takes the longest to go from long A to B if you're running around T-spawn than it does in any other map, really. And they're doing it somehow, and it's working, oddly. And I think the part that is working. Let's see this part here first, because this is gonna be huge. There's a flashbang. They're going for the up. Okay, I'm not looking to get rid of that. Oh, there it is. Alright, cleaned up. Thanks coming in here. Stop fake. Got anything for us? No, you're eliminated. What's crazy is once they get these opening picks, there's like no panic. It's like everyone's holding position. They're deciding, all right, are we going B? Are we going A? All right, we're going B. Everyone runs around. The player at B holds the B control. He doesn't even commit to the bomb site. Like, he doesn't go past the tunnels. He just keeps control from inside tunnels in case they want to go back A. He still has an exit route. That is incredible composure. And although it looks a little bit puggish, it is extremely calculated and extremely well by Espada. Now the flashbangs out long. They're very effective. And they've gotten themselves a kill once again. Twixie down to 28 HP, but Patsy's left alone here. He's just going to draw as much attention to himself as possible.
Oh, Peku gets caught through the smoke, Roy. Dima. Right when Peku wanted to stay alive to hang on to that long control, as we can see, Turcaps clearly wants to save this op. And rightfully so. Pytola coming up in the middle. Finnegan always checks that, doesn't he? The aware levels of Espada are through the roof. And I wonder how hard they're going to hunt Durkeps here. I think the elbow's been spotted. He'll peek. He'll tag up Dima, but now the hunt's on. I think they can lose literally every gun to this. It doesn't necessarily matter. It's definitely worth it. If they can just remove it, make their next buy awkward. Dima dies to the bomb. They literally might lose every gun. Yeah, Dexter doesn't want to peek. So they almost lose everything for it.
I still feel like it would have been worth it, honestly.
Yeah, I think so too. You force that player to buy the op, then his utility's weak. They allowed Durkeps to hang on to it. And he could have even dropped. Surprised he didn't to Twixie. So he could have got that extra the utility or even to Yuli so they can get a kit. Not the case, but here they come out mid, and Peku just gets caught sleeping. That was such a quick mid hit from Espada as Twixie and Yuli off of Cat. Dexter has him covered from middle back mid, and it's just an easy cleanup from Espada. Quick mid to shifting to the catwalk aggression. Kova get thrown to the wayside. And it was such a off-meta hit from Espada, like with no flashes, sprint down mid. So unconventional, but it works.
Yeah, now it's Pytola. He gets the first, the flick on the second. Now he has to find Dima as well, but he can't stand his ground, and he's eliminated. Now a lot of space here is bought for Espada. A 2 versus 1. Durkeps on the hot pursuit. He has the kit, he has the utility key, and he has an AK-47, a weapon you definitely want in this situation. Does he have the wit?
Well, that answers the question. Dexter finds Durkeps creeping. 8 rounds on the T side. Roy, not only 8 rounds, but almost all in a row. 1 round has been interrupted from Kova. They've won 1 rifle round.
That's
They've
not a
had
good
to
sign,
save.
is it?
Yeah, not a good sign. They've had to save a couple times. They haven't. I don't even think they've had one round where they've had like enough numbers to go for a fair retake. For Dust 2, a map that retakes happen quite often because if you have long control, you can play retake A. Right now with the doors the way they are at B, you can kind of play retake B, but it's not a good sign if you're not able to even have numbers to even attempt the retakes. That's not the best of looks. But also, it's a compliment to how well Espada are playing.
Yeah, they're playing extremely well, I'll admit. Similar default here for Espada. Whoa, there's the gap. That's by Tola, stealing a kill, running away. The bomb down, too. That will need to be recovered at some point. I'm sure it won't be a problem, considering it's in T-mid. They know where the up for Dirtcaps is, so they can avoid it. Patsy again. He gets both kills on short. I think, yeah, Dirtcaps was eliminated down in mid, too. That's the op. That's gone now.
How do Kova get back into this? Peku was able to get one. He picks up the AK. He'll double lane. Can he win this round? Dexter to the Deagle, able to get one. Picks up the AK. Oh, he knows Pytola's creeping. He feels it. He's going to hold the doors. Bullet creeps up, and Dexter wins it. Back to the op. He'll grab it and lower. Espada will keep the tradition of winning rifle rounds. Even though that was a bit of a weird buy from Kova, a little bit of a happy. What an interesting round how that played out, though. Pytola really gave it a fair shake.
Yeah, that was... What a risky linger by Dexter, though, I will admit. Like, had his intuition been wrong there, he would not have had enough time to make it to the bomb site. But he got the job done, and can't ask for more than that, can we? Now it's a 9-3 here, an extremely comfortable and well-established lead for Espada as he looks to continue their domination here into this first half. Now, there is a different recipe for Kova Key. The double op is operational. And this is typically a great defense strategy against the pacing and the style of Espada, right? Who are like extremely risky in their approach and very, very confrontational. And ops are the most confrontational in the game, Keith. If you have a rifle, your odds against an opera are not very good. Now Peku, he's going to go for the shot. Smoke, that's another pick right there. So the double op setup doesn't work right now. Peku can't quite escape, but Pytola is there to cover. The crossfire is real. Dexter finds two, but with only 12 HP, Keith, I'm not sure his odds of survival here are very good. But again, it is Dexter.
How does he do this? He knows he needs to look for a fight. He's going to do the classic, tap the bomb, jump up for a fight. They'll hear him scope.
All three.
Okay. All three swing on him. He gets the no-scope. Hang on. If that second one would have connected, I would have lost my mind.
I was not even losing my mind. I was leaving.
Like, all right, guys, there's going to be no commentators for the remainder of this match. That was... I love how all three are fully committed to the swing, though. That's cool. They don't give him the 1v1. They trade him out. 9 rounds, though. Still great for a T-side. Kova have a chance to get their 5th, perhaps even a 6th. And Dexter back to his typical ways of looking for opening picks. This time, though, he's been thwarted. He's been held off. He's been stopped. Throwback word, the wherewithal from Peku to push in through B-Roy, to take advantage of the situation, to understand that Espada pressuring long. Perhaps there's no one mid. Perhaps there's no one in lower B. And he finds great timing.
Yeah, there's no way in hell you're expecting this. If Dexter... Oh, no. What? How?
That's so
How does
crazy.
he do this? Like, that is such an unconventional, random angle to be in the mid-round. And somehow Pytola gets found by Dexter. That's actually crazy. Now it's Peku, isolated. He has Uli's flashbang. It's a solo flash that could potentially help him. But with Uli's position closer to mid-doors, I don't think that flash gets here in time, Keith. I think Peku's here on an island to defend against himself.
Can he do it? Well, I mean, I spoke a little too soon. He couldn't do it.
A little too late.
But a little too late. But can they hang on for the retake? It seems like they're just getting picked off before they're even given a fair chance to get close for this retake, Roy. If Yuli lives there and lower, perhaps there's a chance they go for this. But with just one Molly, a kid, and up, they're not even gonna bother. It's gonna be a 10th for a spot on the T side. That's kind of prime. These guys have looked locked and loaded. Keep in mind, it is their map pick, and let's be honest, a really strong map for Espada. Not even for the fact of just having structure on it, and the fact that it's a comfort map for Dexter and Dima, right? These two guys are able to just work the map, take all the fights they want. They're not on a leash. They're able to do whatever they want without any pressure. Dexter's been given all these fair fights. As quickly should be able to save. Luckily. But yeah, it seems like it's just so comfortable for Dexter and Dima. They're given all the room and all the support they could ever need to flourish.
All right, so Kova does pump out a decent buy at the end, all things considered. 10-4, a 10-5 here would be much better than an 11-4, that's for sure. Molotov comes out early on, Dexter lingering in the fire. Sometimes the flames are not worth the gain, Keith. And Durkep sees on top of the short A with the up. He's looking for that pick as well. Like the patience here for Espada. They seem oddly well balanced, very yin-yang in terms of their aggression and their patience and discipline when they know they could be confronted with an op. Look at this. Their Caps is fishing. He is fishing for a kill.
They find it. Dima's going fishing at the same time. Their Caps is, well, greeted with a 50 HP nade on the dot. He's going to be playing a risky game jiggling this angle. He drops the molly and is saying a big nope. As he will be chased off of Catwalk, sent back to the site. Peku tries to push in B all the while. And Dima shuts it down. Paitola's the next man up to bat. He at least will hit a single to right field. But it's still a man advantage for Espada. The bomb is down, and they may just bring this to B right when Kova left the site. But I think they have the sound cues. I think they're getting a bit of a read here.
Oh,
Espada are coming. This is going to be such a big hit. Yuli able to get the first, baiting for Paitola at car. They're so focused on him, they don't expect both players to be here. Can Dexter get over and help? No, Paitola shuts it down. And it's Dexter to clutch once more. He's able to get out through mid without Durkep spotting it.
He's definitely been heard.
Yeah, with 10 seconds, car angle's so strong. Even hits him through the car, but 4 for Paitola. They do get their 5th. They claim 2 rifle rounds at the end. But a dominating T-side for the most part from Dima and Dexter.
Yeah, I wanted to point out 2 statistical things here. One, Paitola never stopped after the pistol round. He kept it going. He's 22 and 12. That's incredible, actually. The other thing, too, is that Dexter's only died 5 times. Like, how in the heck have you only died 5 times this half?
Well, that's actually kind of crazy.
Insane.
And he's like, it's not like he's been shy either. Like, he's been in clutches. He's been going for opening picks with his op, peeking into rifles and utility. He's been fighting mid. He's been everywhere. So
yep. And
I'm intrigued.
If you want to hear a tidbit here?
Yes, I love tidbits and tidbits.
Well, I don't have tidbits, but I have a tidbit for you.
Okay,
Paitola has the kills of the entire team combined. Like,
oh, I didn't even notice he had 22.
Yeah.
What's this guy? What's this guy up to? Damn.
Literally, the team has 22 kills. He has 22 kills. Out of 44 kills, he's gotten 22. Half the kills.
The only reference I have is like he's pulling a Grim from last night.
Yeah,
like,
Grim's a beast, man. I literally cannot believe it. I'm glad he's finally getting the recognition.
Oh, hell yeah. What a guy. OG player. Dexter. At car. The flash is so good. Patsy's gonna go. Durkeps holds him off. Does he get them both? He does. 3v3. HP on Kova's a little messed up. I'm gonna still try to line up the smokes. Don't tell me Softic gets popped to this car. That would be so painful from the P250. They have an idea that maybe he's there, but I think he's just going to kind of tuck in and play off of Finnegan. Tolo will grab the USP. They'll set up the cross smokes. And the big question is, does Sophic get cleared? Do they figure it out? Do they hard clean him? No. He's going to peek up. Here comes Finnegan through the smoke, tapping away. And Sophic and Finnegan have this on lock. A pistol for Espada, and a big one at that.
Man, that car position is impossible to clear on pistol round, I feel. Like, you need a Molotov for that position. If you're planning on going long, you better have a strategy to clear out that car. And it's like, it's so much pressure too. Like, when you pop up, get one kill, then hide again, like, it's so much pressure. Like, I don't know when you're gonna pop back up. I don't know when you're gonna be fighting, and it draws so much attention. It allows people on plat and ramp to just swing out, CT spawn too. Like, it's really stressful for that angle. But Kova, they go for the second round buy. They're not going for the Galeos and AKs in the third round, Keith. They're going for the full bang here. Now, an eco win here for Kova. I guess a force buy win, I should call it. That would be massive. That would buy them a real shot here. And there it is. That's the first kill brought into their hands.
Will there be more? They're going to come back and try to find Dexter. He gets caught out. He's only able to get one. The quick flank gets found. And now it puts these Espada boys in a weird spot. Sophic's going to be playing close catwalk, Roy. I'm intrigued to see if he's going to be able to find any success. The flash is gorgeous, but he doesn't get a single kill. He's waiting for a second flash. They're blind all again. Sophic gets two. That's huge for Espada, who have the weapon advantage as it is. Finnegan's close. He'll spray them both down. And what teamwork towards catwalk there between Sophic and Finnegan. Amazing.
Now, no bomb plant for Kova. That's problems, Keith. Problems, I say. It's going to be Espada looking for the 13th here, as well as a decent economy moving forward if they can keep 5 alive. Now, if you're Kova, you definitely do not want to get farmed by the SMGs, and it seems like the SMGs are already starting to pop off. At least they get one kill. They keep the damages minimal. Again, getting a little antsy. Oh, he wants to go through with the flash, too. He's ready for it.
About it, Twixie gets Finnegan, tries to flick to the catwalk player. Twixie's flicking all over the place, down to 5 HP. Demo with his FAMAS, but Twixie with the deagle. He has had 3 headshots, all so crispy. Like a New York-style pizza. As it's Sophic alone now, Roy, creeping and crawling in towards mid. Twixie's backed on out. All it takes is one deagle shot. That's it. But Sophic's not buying into what Twixie's up to. The cross will be held, and on 5 HP, he has such a good angle. There's no way Sophic should lose this fight, and he won't. 13 for Espada. Well done by Twixie to find those kills. It's damage, it's economic damage, it's confidence. He's made sure Paitola's kills are not equal to the team's. It's leveled out. And full buy on full buy now, Roy.
Alright, here we go. Now, Espada's all in. That damage is sustained there by Twixie. Or I guess caused by Twixie, I should say. Have put Espada in a potential double eco territory. A round win right here for Kova would propel them at least a few rounds up to potential 8th here on the board for them. Now, let's see how it's going to go. Going for the molly. They're going for the early smoke down mid. They're looking for some control towards short A. Pretty classic upper B control. He's pressuring. Paitola was looking for the scrim play. Dima smokes him off at the perfect time. So as of right now, Espada seems to have the perfect utility counters. Stopping Kova's plans, initial plans at least. Delaying things, not losing lives early. Now that they've eliminated the upper B pressure, they're mostly all focusing mid and short A. And that's exactly where Kova is.
Flash towards Cat. A 1 fight from Sophic. They're going to now smoke this off or just leave Dexter posted. And look at the utility from Kova. They really don't have enough to fight for catwalk, right? It typically takes a couple flashes, a maul, a couple bodies to swing. Instead, they're like, you guys want cat? We'll take long. I'm going to throw dirt caps across, most literally. As Pytola will creep. He does get Sophic, but traded immediately by Finnegan. Now they know Kova are coming towards long. They'll drop a deep CT smoke from Yuli. I like that. When you don't have enough smokes across, just smoke deep off. Patsy giving a fair fight. And again, where Kova get 1, Espada get 3. It's almost been the tale of the entire match. As Patsy will fight, as the ramp player will push. Twixies in an impossible situation. 14 for Espada, who seem to have an answer to every situation that Kova throw their way.
Right? I have never seen Dust 2 look so structured before in my life. How are Espada so well constructed on this map? It's actual insanity. And I'm really digging their mixture of both structure and like individual prowessness and individual like aggression and confidence. Mind you, it is 14-5, so I guess they have room for that. But as of right now, Kova, they're at their end of their lifeline, Keith. They need this. Without this round right here, their chances are almost impossible. And to start it off, Uli gets legged by Dexter.
Probably not the start they were looking for. They own long. But what can they gain from it? What do they do? They've had long before and had no pressure towards Cat, and Espada made it look easy. Perhaps a little bit of pressure on Peku to attempt to come up middle, find Dima perhaps. The cross smokes are in, the spray will follow, not a single bullet will land. They're gonna go ahead and boost Dima up maybe. There goes Dima. Uphill go. Looking for some heads. Finds Pytola. They'll fall off the boost. And they may send Dima up once again. They're going to keep on boosting. They're taking turns. Tootsie and Peku, all that remain. Finnegan gets involved. It's Peku alone. He's the last long player. He'll get the first fight favorably, but there is Finnegan. And that is just such a hard A site to crack. The rotates from Espada are so good.
Whew. Sorry, I had to take a deep breath out of that one. 15-5. Map points for Espada. 10 map points in a row. And what Kova have to defend against themselves against this is a single AK, a single Galil, umps on the rest of the players. Full utility, hopes and dreams that this B hit will work. Luckily, as of right now, it is only Dima here defending. He does have players in the middle. As soon as the flashbangs go high, he'll get some support. There it is. Can they get past this crossfire? It does not appear to be so cheap. It might just be mopped up right here, right now. And Espada, they claim the first map. 16-5. Extremely dominant performance here and showing in the first map by Espada.
Wow.
But this is their map pick. This was their territory. We said, yeah, they don't have the highest win rate on this map, but they have played it a ton, and they have a ton of experience. And I think I speak for both of us when I say that experience showed up in this. Like, they looked oddly prepared for everything.
Yeah. They looked like such a structured team on Dust 2, which is typically played more loose. Their T side, I guess you could say, was a bit loose. They kind of settled into similar defaults. Whenever Dexter had the long spawn, he was taking it. But that CT side was like, they understood if they had catwalk, they didn't need to fight for long. They never really put bodies towards long. They were focused on mid and B, and they just played it perfectly from rotates to boost to utility usage. That's a really scary map for Espada, who continue to impress here.
But we will be going on into our second map, which is Nuke, and this is Kova's territory. Now, we've seen Espada play this map. They're very well versed on it. I think the thing that makes me question whether this will be a 2-0 or not is the fact that Espada is starting on the CT side. Now, before we see that map unfold, we are going to cut to a quick short break. If you're in here right now and you're enjoying the content, please do follow our socials: Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We are everywhere, baby, providing original content. Follow this man, myself, and our producer, Observer. And, of course, shout out to VBet. Amazing sponsor, I must say, for this Season 4 of Winners League. But for now, we are going to cut to a quick short break. We'll be back in about a couple minutes. Maybe 2 to 3 minutes. So listen to music. It's Sub Rose on the DJ today. And we'll be back in a few minutes for the remainder of the action.